Hey guys, I'm Yabrar. In our last video, we built an awesome entry-level gaming PC. And যেকোনো gaming PC সাথে you have to have a good keyboard and mouse. কিন্তু ভালো gaming peripherals choose করার সময়, the options can get very expensive. And choosing the best option can get really hard when you're on a tight budget or you want to get the most bang for your buck. তাই আজকের ভিডিওতে I'm gonna tell you what you need to look out for when buying your own keyboard and mouse, and আমি আপনাদের সাথে শেয়ার করব ৬,০০০ টাকার বাজেট নিয়ে আমি নিজে কি পিক করছি for my own setup. So let's check it out. When looking for a keyboard, maximum comfort or performanceের জন্য you should look for one with mechanical switches. These are different from common membrane keyboards in a lot of ways যেগুলো আমরা একটু পর দেখব. আমরা যে কিবোর্ডটা পিক করছি, the Gigabyte Force K81, costs around 3,500 taka. This is a full-size mechanical keyboard with Kale red switches. Full-size মানে এখানে আমাদের number pad, arrow keys আর function keys সব আছে. সাথে we have a dedicated Windows lock key as well, which comes in handy so you don't accidentally press the Windows key while you're in game. কিবোর্ডটার build quality অনেক ভালো. It's heavy, weighing in at around 1,100 grams. এটায় একটা metal base plate আছে, making the chassis very rigid and durable. কোনোভাবেই এটাকে বেঁকানো যায় না, it's completely solid. Its keys are placed in an island style, মানে base plate exposed, so এটার ভেতর কোনো crumbs বা dust জমে না আর easily clean করা যায়. এটার bottom side-এ rubber feet আছে, and we can even adjust the height with the included height adjustment tabs. I was drawn to this keyboard's design, কারণ as you can see, এটা অনেক clean. কোনো over-the-top font, stylized logos বা shapes নাই. এটাই ওই in-your-face gamer aesthetic-টা নাই. এই keyboardটা খুবই minimal also in the sense যে it doesn't have any extra features like RGB lighting, dedicated media keys, or extra buttons. তাই একটা full-size keyboard হওয়া সত্ত্বেও this keyboard is quite compact. এই extra features গুলো না দেওয়ার কারণে এই কিবোর্ডটা এই price point-এ এত ভালো typing experience আর build quality offer করতে পারে. So I think that's a worthy trade-off. However, এই কিবোর্ডটাতে কোনো রকমের backlighting না থাকার কারণে it will be difficult to see it in the dark. আমার personally backlighting দরকার হয় না, but I would like to at least have the option. এই কিবোর্ডটার একটা version আছে with RGB backlighting for a few hundred taka more called the Gigabyte Force K85. আমরা কেনার সময় সেই মডেলটা available ছিল না, but you can of course look for it if you absolutely need the backlighting. So finally, let's talk about these switches. এই কিবোর্ডের main focus হচ্ছে এটা, and it really delivers. Kale red switches are meant for gaming, কারণ এগুলোর actuation force অনেক কম. তার মানে খুব অল্প ফোর্সেই এই কিজগুলো প্রেস হয়ে যায়. At the same time, এই সুইচেসগুলোর অ্যাকচুয়েশন পয়েন্ট অনেক হাই. তার মানে অল্প কিছু দূর প্রেস করলেই কিজ রেজিস্টার হয়ে যায়. You don't have to hit the bottom of the keyboard when pressing keys. All it takes is a light touch. In membrane keyboards, you always have to bottom out your keys. And when you do, you feel the mushy, soft rubber at the bottom. It does not feel very satisfying. Here's a quick typing test. এই কিবোর্ডটা ইউজ করার আগে আমি একটা similarly priced membrane keyboard ইউজ করতাম, and while ওইটারও build quality অনেক ভালো ছিল and it even included RGB backlighting, the keys felt nowhere as good. So I'm really glad this keyboard puts its focus on its keys. Games এত easily movements করতে পেরে আমার আর ইচ্ছা করে নাই to go back to a membrane keyboard for gaming. One thing I did have to get used to when I first started using this keyboard is that আমার কাছে মনে হইতো যে keysগুলো একটু বেশি responsive. I kept having accidental key presses when resting my fingers on the keys. But this is something I quickly got used to. আর তারপর এই keyboard typing experience আমি আরো অনেক enjoy করতে পারছি. It's clear from the switch type that this keyboard is meant for gaming. But if you're more focused on typing, or if you want a more tactile response when typing or a clicky feeling when pressing keys, tahole there's a version of this keyboard with blue switches, and that would probably be better suited for your purpose. So that's enough about this keyboard. Now let's check out the mouse that we picked. What differentiates a gaming mouse from a regular mouse? I mean, যে কোনো মাউসই তো গেমিং মাউস হিসেবে ব্র্যান্ড করা যায়, right? But what should you be looking for? The first thing that you want to look for in a gaming mouse is a good, accurate optical sensor. Next, you want the size and shape and weight of the mouse to fit your needs. Then you can be looking at the button layout and the customizability and extra features of the mouse. The mouse that we picked, the Logitech Prodigy G102, comes in at around 2200 taka. It has a 6000 dpi sensor যেটায় কোনো noticeable acceleration নাই. Acceleration নাই মানে হচ্ছে যে এই মাউসটা এক জায়গা থেকে আরেক জায়গায় যত তাড়াতাড়ি মুভ করা হোক না কেন স্ক্রিনে কার্সার সেম ডিস্টেন্স মুভ করে। তার মানে এই মাউসটা সুপার অ্যাকুরেট আর কনসিস্টেন্ট রেসপন্স দেয় no matter how fast you move it. This is something যেটা একটা poor quality sensor-এ পাওয়া যায় না। The shape of this mouse is comfortable with smooth edges to grip with your fingers. This mouse is perfect for those যারা claw grip করে mouse use করে, or for people with small to medium-sized hands. This mouse is also really light, weighing in at only 85 grams. This light weight and the accurate sensor makes this mouse perfect for fast-moving shooting games. However, if you have big hands and you want to have palm support, tahole this mouse might be a little too small for you. Mouseটাতে 6টা বাটন আছে। Regular left, right আর middle click-এর সাথে forward and back-এর জন্য 2টা বাটন আছে that you can use with your thumb. On the top, there's an extra button যেটা by default DPI cycle করার জন্য assigned. ক্লিকগুলো সব অনেক responsive আর satisfying. Mouse wheelটা অনেক smoothly roll করে with well-defined steps. কিন্তু middle clickটা একটু mushy for my liking. On the bottom, there's enough skate pads to let the mouse slide easily. The design of this mouse is really classy. এখানে logo আর নিচের light barটাতে RGB illumination is done really well. Lightটা harsh না, it's soft, and the colors are really accurate. এই মাউসটাতে tremendous customizability আছে with Logitech's G-Hub software that you can download. এখানে অনেক in-depth customizations করা যায়, so I can't cover all of it in detail. But আমি এটার noteworthy features গুলো বলতেছি. Opening G-Hub, it'll automatically detect the compatible devices that you have plugged into your computer. You can choose how sensitive you want the mouse to be by changing DPI. কয়েকটা levels of DPI set করলে you can cycle through them using a button. By default, উপরের বাটনটা দিয়ে DPI cycle করে, but আমি সেটাকে reassign করছি to open task view instead, since I use this a lot more আর আমি DPI অত change করি না. In the same way, you can assign each button to any key. You can even assign a macro where you record a sequence of key presses. There's also a bunch of Windows features that you can assign these buttons to. Lighting customize করার জন্য একটা color wheel আছে. And you can also enter your own RGB values or hex code. You can set the color to a few modes. You can make the color fixed or cycle through all the colors. Screen sampler দিয়ে you can select a color from your screen. For example, if you want to match it with your wallpaper. There's even a mode যেখানে মিউজিকের সাথে lights respond করে, which is a neat party trick, I guess. You can save your settings in profiles, and you can even assign different profiles based on which application is running. তার মানে you can have some specific button mappings or sensitivity for a certain game or application যেটা খালি ওই গেম বা ওই অ্যাপ্লিকেশনটা চলার সময় ইউজ হবে. It's a ton of customization for those who want to use all of it, but the mouse works fine without this software as well. So there you go. These are my picks for the best gaming mouse and keyboard under 6,000 taka. What do you think? What would you have picked for the best bang for buck peripherals at around this price point? I'd love to know. With that, we're gonna end this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.